Hey guys, it's Miss Short. Just wanted to share some things with you about pedigree charts. If you're in Miss May's class, you've already learned this information, and so this will be review for you. But if you're in my class, this is something we did not get to do. So I'm going to be teaching you, but it's real simple and something you can catch on to. The first thing is, what are pedigree charts? Well, pedigree charts are a way to trace genetic history across several generations. And what we're tracing are those traits that you have that we talked about in class, like whether or not you clasp your hands and cross your right thumb over your left thumb, what color eyes you have, what color, your hair color, your whether or not it's curly or straight, those kinds of things can be traced across several generations. And in order to get this, you could go to a genetic counselor, or you could just do a simple tracing back if you know people in your family and figure out kind of where your genetics came from. Okay, so there are some things that are kind of universal to a pedigree chart. You always have the square is the male, you always have the circle is the female. And anytime you see that, then you know those things are the same in any pedigree chart. Anytime you have a person that is affected by a certain trait or carries a certain trait, or you can that trait manifests itself in its phenotype, which is the physical things that we see, then they have a completely filled in square or circle. So there are some things that we look at, excuse me, such as if you see a horizontal line, then that always means that those two people are married. If you see a vertical line connecting a set of squares and circles, then you know that that is a line of descent, meaning they are that's their kin. Okay, those are the people that are in their family. Okay, they didn't marry into the family. And then finally, we talked about generations. These people, think of these people up here like the parents, and these people are the children. And if they can continue on to have other children, marry other people, then that would be your third generation, and so on and so forth. So that's how generations work. How we solve pedigree problems is, first of all, we have to figure out what are dominant and recessive traits, and we know what those are. We have to figure out if the recessive trait is showing up in the pedigree chart, then someone has to be a carrier. And you have to have two recessive traits for that to manifest itself in the phenotype. Finally, you're going to label all the genotypes in a family, and some of these things you may not know, but you can go back and use some clues that you have. So for example, if someone has a recessive trait, then that means the parents cannot be dominant. If someone has blue eyes, their parents have to be a carrier. And finally, you would label the parents simply by coloring in half the square, half the circle, and that would show incomplete dominance. That would show that they are heterozygous, which means they have a capital letter and a lowercase letter in their genotype. So we're going to track yellow teeth as the disorder in this pedigree chart. So we're going to look at naturally white teeth as dominant, naturally yellow teeth are recessive. Okay, so how many individuals are affected by yellow teeth? Well, we only have one square down here, one shape that's completely filled in. So that would only be one person out of these three generations. Three generations. But we have 5 people that are potential carriers. So that means somewhere you have to have that. Up here, this person doesn't have the recessive trait, nor does this person, so it's not going to be carried on. But when these two people got married, they brought that recessive trait, causing this one child that they have to have the naturally yellow teeth. So you have carriers that can be heterozygous, and then you have people with yellow teeth have to be dominant or heterozygous recessive, homozygous recessive. I get all those words mixed up. Sorry. So that kind of sums up pedigree. You'll see some more information coming this week. If I talk too fast or you weren't sure, good thing is, since you've got me recorded on video or screencast, you can go back and listen to it and watch it again. Hope everyone's doing well. Talk to you later. Bye.